Barrel or nah, coming from the listener line for you. I need to turn my volume on.
I got a barrel or nah. Yo, what up, David, Chaz? This is a call for the grid. I got a barrel or nah. I want to know, what do you guys think about tandem surfing? I remember the first time I ever saw it in the wild. It was the first time I ever paddled out at Malibu. Saw two people take off doing their acrobatic act, and I'm thinking, oh man, they're about to get sent in. That's so kooky. But instead, everyone was hooting and hollering, and they were so psyched, and I couldn't believe it. So I gotta ask, what do you think, barrel or nah? Tandem surfing. Later.
Tandem surfing was huge when I first got into surfing.
It was a thing. There was like competitions and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, Sterling Spencer just did the funniest compilation. Did you see his tandem surf compilation?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, he on his Instagram, it was very, very funny. It was like, I think the context was the way he gets rid of girlfriends. And it was a bunch of tandem surfer guys just throwing their girl partner into the water. Like it was very, very funny. Worth a
Like
find.
the way that Spencer breaks up with surfing with girlfriends.
Yes, it
Not
was
to
very,
okay,
yeah, very, very funny. But in any case, I'm going to go no barrel because I'm going to stay consistent here, David Lee Scales. And my consistency is surfing in and of itself is already a gimmick. Adding a gimmick onto a gimmick now is one gimmick too many, right? And so that's why I am anti surfing Santa. I am not like anything where it's a gimmick onto surfing. Surfing's already the gimmick. It's already gimmicky. But like if you thought surfing was serious and now you're adding something else to it, that like you're already on the wrong foot. Surfing is the gimmick.
Totally agree. Tandem surfing is definite no barrel. It's wildly impressive. Um, but it is about the gymnastics of the acrobatics. Executing that is its own art and its own thing. To do it on a wave only wastes the wave and clogs the lineup, and you're on this giant boat of a board that doesn't serve any purpose at all. So it's like it really is almost flying in the face of surfing. Like it almost is utilizing surfing just for your own thing. That is, so do the own thing on land. It's impressive that you could do it, but you're just clogging up the lineup. I don't need you out there. It's a joke.
I don't even care if you're doing it on a lake. If you take your giant sup thing and go out onto a lake or go way out back the lineup and like do your, acrobatics on the water, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. You want to, because the wave, it's not like you're not using the wave at all. The wave is only moving you, but you're not like in the critical part of the wave doing anything cool. Like if I would maybe revisit this whole topic if somebody paddled in at Chopu and got on somebody's shoulders out there and stood in the barrel, both of them, one on the other's shoulders, stalling. Like then I would say, oh, okay. I mean, that's weird. It's still a gimmick on top of a gimmick, but like
you'd be more
a feat.
You'd be more impressed with them, but than you are with the guy doing it on Huntington Beach. But it's still not the right way to ride that wave or the best way to ride that wave or the most progressive way to advance surfing,
I mean, I guess if you had one guy on the shoulders at Chopu and one was like in charge of the stalling, like just really double dragging, hands, but real tenderly, like while the other was really working on getting the speed, and it was just this perfect synthesis of stall speed, maybe I'd give it to them.
You know what? They could use their efforts for a greater good. This is just showing off. But you know where I want to see them use their efforts? Woman get on the guy's shoulder, put a big trench coat on, and go get a movie ticket, and you only pay one for, and you get in. Two people get in for the price of one.
Boom.
People used to use that gimmick all the time to save money on things. I haven't seen them do that in a long time. Throw the trench coat on, a bucket hat, sunglasses, and buy a movie ticket.
Done. One for the price of two.
Exactly.
Joke's on them.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Okay. Barrel or non number 2 coming at you in regard to Thanksgiving, but you can also take this broader. Midday nap.
Ooh, I'm a no barrel on the midday nap unless you are sick. The midday nap will feel so good getting in, destroys the rest of your day. destroys it. Nobody ever wakes up from a midday nap refreshed. Nobody gets up and says that's just what the doctor ordered, unless you're sick. If you are a healthy specimen, you are going to wake up groggy and grouchy. It's going to take you, a good couple hours to re-find your footing. And then that night, you are not going to be able to go to sleep till very late, which is going to put you in a vicious cycle of the regular midday nap, which equals exactly that you were 78 years old.
Yeah. Through college years, I got in the habit of midday napping, and I was a big advocate and I loved it, but it is so foreign to me now.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot imagine having the time, number one, or I haven't felt in years tired enough to legitimately need a nap.
Yeah. Unless you're sick.
Yeah.
Sick is the one outlier here. But like the amount of time that it takes to get into a nap, right? Like you don't just sit down and fall asleep. Like even if you've stayed up all night on something, you don't just like, it takes daytime napping for an adult. It's a process to get in. You got to sit down, you got to put the phone away. It's, stuff you're scrolling and whatnot. You're never going to get tired. So you got to look at the ceiling and close your eyes. And it's a long process, both in and out. Who has that time?
And then the wake up, the out of it is a big groggy period as well. So it really throws a kink in your day. For the 45 minutes that you get, it's a 3-hour kind of ordeal ultimately. And so who has that time? I'm jealous, by the way, of those who can do it and those that do have the time. It's so foreign to me now.
You know who does it religiously, but is also 75 years old? One Matt Warshaw is a day napper, set the clock for the day nap.
Does he, how long is the nap?
I don't know, but he has it as a real science. I know that he it's like his thing. It's like part of his day, part of his process is the day nap.
Interesting.
Yeah. He'll like, even so much as where I've been with him in Seattle and okay, I got to go. I got to get the nap in before I pick up Teddy. Yeah.
I wonder if that just hit him later in life, though. I can't imagine he was doing that through his 30s.
Well, we'll have him on the show and see. It's been far too long since we've had Matt Warshaw on the show.
Okay. Well, Thanksgiving is happening and everybody gets tryptophaned out, or so they think. But I think I think it's more a matter of they eat too much. It's like it's a coma from volume intake and fatty and sugary intake, probably.
Drink a Red Bull.
There you go. Barrel or Nah, number 3. Hosting or going to Friendsgiving.
No barrel. Wow, we have a rare 3 and out this week on the day we're supposed to be thankful, or almost the day we're supposed to be thankful adjacent. I hate Friendsgivings, David Lee Scales. Hate the concept. Hate every part of it. Hate it. And I get the conceit is we're going to be with folks during the holidays. So us friends are going to get together. Blah, blah. Okay, cool. That's cool. Get together with your friends. Just call it getting together with your friends. You don't need to do weird stuff, man. You don't need to add layers of faux Thanksgiving onto this Friendsgiving. Just get together with your bros and call it that. Say, I'm getting together with my friends. And then, I have Thanksgiving too.
By the way, that reminds me of a meme I'm going to try to pull up that I just saw before we started. So I'm going the opposite direction. I'm going barrel on this one because I don't get enough Thanksgiving meals throughout the year. It's a meal that I love. I only have it once a year. So if I could have it twice a year, even if it's in the same month, I'm down for it. And this year we had friends who organized and hosted it weeks ago. So it wasn't like do Thanksgiving on Thursday, then go to Friendsgiving on Saturday. And those meals are 2 days away from one another. This was at the beginning of November. You really didn't even see it coming. It really just it was a delightful entry into the month of November to get that meal early and be like, man, I love this meal. And it's good to see our friends.
Cook that meal, invite your friends. Do not call it Friendsgiving. And if somebody says, oh, this is a Friendsgiving, say, absolutely not. We are having dinner. What's for dinner tonight happens to be turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing. That's dinner food. You, my friends, are coming over to dinner. It's no more than that. This is not we don't need the word Friendsgiving layered on here.
I don't like the name.
It's awful. Friendsgiving.
It's 2 words mashed together, but they don't harmonize.
There's no meaning. And friends doesn't rhyme with thanks. It's not like it's Hanksgiving or something.
No, it doesn't harmonize. The meme that I saw this morning some guy who works in the tech field. It was a tweet or an X, I should say, if that's what we're calling it now. He said, "I've been thinking about IRL podcasts. Has anybody tried this? Bring a few friends together, no mics, nothing is recorded, have free form conversation. Maybe you can even have food and drinks." And somebody replied,
Real
they're
good.
just like, "This tech nerd just discovered hanging out for the first time."
That's real good. Yeah.
This
That's
tech
IRL
nerd who
IRL
doesn't
podcast.
IRL podcast, he thinks that he's inventing something.
Don't even record it, man. You're just gonna hang out
Yeah.
and talk.
Free
That
form
is really
conversation,
good.
bro.
We should do an IRL podcast. I was thinking about this the other day. We've discussed it before. Do you think how many people would come if we did a IRL podcast?
Well, a lot. I mean, people do it successfully all the time, like do live podcasting.
You don't want to do that?
I do, in theory, I do want to do it. It's just one more thing that I have to do.
What if we did it as a Friendsgiving, though? What if we had our Friendsgiving podcast?
There is a bigger play here, like engaging. What I think the bigger play is engaging with fans on a, in person and on a, I don't know, a meaningful way, and having more opportunities to do like community interaction, I think is a great idea. And so if that means doing live podcasts periodically and traveling around, maybe even, I do like that.
Let's do a Friendsgiving. We can have it be a potluck style where we can assign to people who are going to come, or we'll do a sign up sheet. We'll have 2 different mashed potatoes, 2 yams, turkey, ham.
Everybody brings their cardboard boxes. We'll do a bonfire hosing down. A group hosing of the cardboard boxes.
Perfect.
All right. Well, enjoy your Thanksgiving, and send my regards to the family. Send my thanks to them.
You too, David Lee Scales. Thanks to your family, and thanks to Lauren for. I'm sure you guys have a comfortable couch there. I'd thank her for that. That's nice to have when you sit down on a couch that's comfortable. It's nice.
I'm always grateful for that.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Go to beachgrit.com. Go to @surfjournalist if you want to see what Chaz is up to. Go to @surfsplendor if you want to see what I am up to. Go to YouTube if you want to see us talk and leave a comment there. And I guess that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Until next week.
Keep work.